In this video, we will explore promises in Node.js. We will understand how to effectively manage asynchronous operations, which is crucial for modern Node.js development. This tutorial aims to provide a comprehensive overview of promises, making asynchronous JavaScript easier to handle. A promise represents the eventual completion or failure of an asynchronous operation. Think of it as a placeholder for a value that will be available in the future. Promises help manage asynchronous code, making it more readable and maintainable by avoiding callback hell. Here's a basic promise syntax. We create a new promise using the new keyword, which takes a callback function with two parameters, resolve and reject. Inside the callback, you perform your asynchronous operation. If the operation is successful, you call resolve with the result. If it fails, you call reject with an error message. A promise has three states: pending, fulfilled, and rejected. The pending state is the initial state, indicating that the asynchronous operation is still running. Once the operation completes successfully, the promise transitions to the fulfilled state, signifying that the result is now available. If an error occurs during the operation, the promise moves to the rejected state, indicating that the operation failed. These states help you track the progress and outcome of your asynchronous operations. Promises come with built-in methods to handle their resolution or rejection. The then method is used to handle a successful promise resolution. It takes a callback function that is executed when the promise is fulfilled, receiving the result as an argument. The catch method is used to handle promise rejections and errors. It takes a callback function that is executed when the promise is rejected, receiving the error as an argument. These methods help you manage the outcome of your asynchronous operations effectively. Let's look at a couple of examples of creating promises. First, consider a file reading promise. This function, readFilePromise, takes a file path as an argument and returns a new promise. Inside the promise, the fs.readFile method is used to read the file asynchronously. If there's an error, the promise is rejected. Otherwise, it's resolved with the file data. Next, consider a timer promise. The delay function returns a promise that resolves after a specified number of milliseconds. It uses setTimeout to simulate a delay, and then resolves the promise. You can use this to pause execution for a set duration. Promise chaining involves linking multiple asynchronous operations together in a sequence. Each then block can return a value or another promise, allowing you to perform a series of operations. The fetchUser function fetches user data, then fetchPost fetches posts based on the user's ID, and finally, processData processes those posts. The final result is then logged to the console. If any error occurs during any step, the catch block will handle it. Each then block can transform data and pass it to the next then block. This ensures that each operation is performed in the correct order and that the data is processed step by step. Async/await provides a more readable and concise way to work with promises. Consider a promise approach where fetch data is called, then process data, and then the result is logged. Any errors are caught in the catch block. With async/await, the code becomes much cleaner. The getData function is declared as async, which allows the use of await inside it. The await keyword pauses the execution of the function until the promise is resolved. The result is then assigned to a variable. Error handling is done using a try catch block, making it easier to manage potential exceptions. JavaScript provides several promise utilities to handle multiple promises at once. Promise.all waits for all promises in an array to resolve and returns an array of their results. Promise.race returns the result of the first promise that resolves or rejects. Promise.all settled waits for all promises to either resolve or reject, and returns an array of objects with the status and value or reason for each promise. Promise.any returns the value of the first promise that fulfills, ignoring any rejected promises until one fulfills. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.